Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour à toutes, bonjour à tous. Le plaisir de vous retrouver une nouvelle fois. Fontaine, le Comte. Nous sommes au bowling La Sphère ici, à quelques instants seulement de la grande finale de cette Master Series. Un tournoi qui bat son plein. On a d'un côté un représentant allemand, tête de série numéro 1, qui a un avantage de taille. Il a une sorte de joker, ce qui veut dire que s'il perd la première rencontre face à Danielle McEwan, il a le droit de rejouer tout simplement la finale. C'est un avantage conséquent. Danielle McEwan, évidemment, qui vient de battre Liz Johnson, la meilleure de tous les temps. Elle aussi avec un palmarès décoiffant, 7 victoires sur le PBA Tour pour Danielle McEwan. Elle a gagné l'US Open en 2019. Elle a toutes les caractéristiques nécessaires pour aller chercher évidemment une performance étonnante. On va peut-être en profiter pour aller recueillir une réaction rapide avant le début des hostilités. Danielle, if I could just get a quick reaction before the start of operations here, the final up against Dennis Grunheid of Germany. That's going to be a great match. We look forward to seeing it. What state of mind are you in coming to this final?
I have a good feel of the lanes after my last match. I'm just going to try to get up there and make some really good shots and hope that I keep my ball reaction for another game.
Voilà, Daniel nous dit, j'ai une très bonne sensation au niveau des pistes suite à mon dernier match face à Liz Johnson. Je vais essayer de conserver évidemment toutes ces informations, utiliser tout cela à bon escient et tenter de battre Dennis. On va l'inviter. Dennis, ein paar Worte, bitte schön, aus Deutschland, der Mann mit einem Plan für diese Finale. Es werde sehr schön zum sich sehen. Und was ist der Plan für diese Finale?
The plan is to just do good shots. So I'm basically not on pressure because I'm not professional. So I'm just doing good shots and then I'm happy.
Voilà, tout simplement, Denis se dit, moi je ne suis pas professionnel, il n'y a pas de plan, je vais simplement réaliser de beaux lancers, voir comment ça se déroule, et la suite c'est que du bonheur. Dennis, the big advantage you've got that one game in your hand, if you will, so you're allowed to lose a first match potentially and still not lose the final. That's the privilege of the king, the man on top of the board.
Yes, a big privilege, only to win one game out of two, so maybe hope for the best.
There you go. Hope for the best. You did it once before in qualifying. Good luck to you. It's going to be a great final. Ça va être une superbe finale. Il l'a fait à l'occasion des qualifs. Il a terminé premier de la qualif. Que va-t-il faire face à l'une des meilleures du circuit professionnel actuel?
Thank you very much, Marc Chavet, for that introduction and interview with our contestants for the final of the 2023 QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series. It seems only fitting that it's the number 2 seed Danielle McEwan coming off a win against the very tough Liz Johnson against the number 1 seed Dennis Grunheid of Germany. Here you can see their qualifying averages, with Danielle averaging 237.83 with the only 300 game thrown in qualifying. Dennis Grunheid averaging 238.44. A very close match, and I will tell you that it was only 11 pins separating first and second in the qualifying between Dennis and Danielle, with Dennis coming out on top. There is Marc Chavet and Bruno Bidone, your French commentators for these matches. My name is Bruce Hall, and it's my privilege to bring you the international commentary for this final of the 2023 QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series Stepladder. Dennis will be kicking things off on the left lane. He's the only motive staffer in our entire stepladder, and he uses that motive ball to blow the rack away on his first shot. Watch this. There is nothing but shrapnel after this hit. If we're going to see more of that, then Danielle is certainly going to have her hands full in this match. Danielle will get an 8-pin handicap, as by international rule, as she did through the qualifying. And per the rules of this competition, Danielle must defeat Dennis twice to win the title. Dennis only needs to win one game. And there is Danielle leaving a 4-pin on the right lane. The right lane historically has been a little bit tighter than the left lane on the right side. And last time she started off with a little bit of a high hit and tripped that 4-pin. So hopefully that's not an omen of things to come for Danielle in this game. Covers up the spare, no problem. And Danielle does have that 8-pin handicap. We will use that to calculate her score as we go through the match. Big shout out to QubicaAMF. They've signed on for a 3-year commitment to sponsor this Master Series going forward, and Bruno and company getting ready for another tour of France in the next couple of weeks here. And good luck to all those competitors touring France and seeing some beautiful French countryside and doing some great bowling. They're speaking of great bowling. There's a beautiful shot there by Danielle McEwan. Gets it to turn up and slap the 10. So give her the strike in the second. Now Dennis, who's not a professional, but he's been a member of the German national team since 2019, 31 years old, 14 300 games, and certainly throws enough ball to compete on any tour that he'd like to. Let's see what he can do here in the second. And gets it out to the dry. Ooh, made a sharp turn through the back and leaves the 6, 7, 10. Don't think he expected that ball. Maybe he got a little bit slow, maybe through his release. Look at that sharp turn on the back, and the ball ends up behind the 6-pin. Really makes a hard turn, leaving him the very difficult 6, 7, 10. He'll have to get the ball all the way over to the right and slide the 6 into the 7. Let's see if he can get over there. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, he slides the 6 over, but not quite enough to carry the 7. So there's an open frame in the second for Dennis Grunheid, and he finds himself right away in a 20-pin deficit between his open and Danielle's 8-pin handicap. That's a 20-pin lead now for Danielle in the second frame. So let's see how Dennis responds. We've had a star-studded stepladder here. We've seen Matt McNeil. We've seen Gwendolyn Joliffe of France. We've seen Jack Blythe of the UK, Manuel Altolor of Colombia, Clara Guerrero, Jaime Gonzalez. There's another strike by Dennis on the left lane. Got to keep that speed up with that power. Gets it out to the dry and comes up perfectly through the pocket. Another powerful strike by Grunheid. Liz Johnson winning 5 matches in a row, trying to run the table from the number 7 seed. And here's Danielle in her third frame. Can she put a triple together? And does. Good shot there. Excuse me, that's just a double, but she has the chance for a triple now on the left lane. And that crosses about the 14 board. And even though that lane's tighter, she gets it to turn up perfectly at the back. And there is a double for Danielle. And how about a 30-pin lead now for Danielle in the third frame? It could be a 40-pin lead now. And there's a shot. Oh, catches the oil, but crumples the bucket. Wow, look at the 2-pin. There's a break for Danielle for sure. This is going a little bit deep on the oil. Doesn't quite make the turn, but look at the 2-pin get kicked out, or the 4-pin get kicked out from behind. And that's what we call crumbling the bucket for the triple for Danielle and the 40-pin lead. And we're not even done with the fourth frame. Let's see what Dennis can do here. Last time, as you remember, he came up high for a split. Let's see if he just increases his speed or if he makes a move. Let's see what happens here. So that one, whatever move he made, he went flush into the pocket. So I don't think he moved his feet. I think he just made a more aggressive shot, because it is once again right over third arrow. He's splitting the third arrow with every shot and does not make the sharp turn. Holds pocket, and there's the double for Dennis, getting it down to 30 pins. He can get it down to 20 with another strike here. As I said, Danielle has not missed the pocket, so it will only be carry that will get her if she does have any issues. She could go off the sheet, though, the way she's bowling. And here's Dennis, gets it out to the dry, turns it up. Another pocket hit, and another strike for Dennis, matching Danielle's triple. And now getting the lead back to the 20 pins that it was in the second frame. But now Danielle with a chance to double here and getting it back to 40 pin lead. Let's see what she can do. Look at that cocked wrist, all that power goes right to that ball. Gets it out to the third arrow, pretty good shot. Oh no, there's a 7-10 in the pocket. Oh my gosh, unexpected. Just doesn't quite make the corner there. And look at the ball deflect when it hits the pins. A 7-10 in the pocket for Danielle in the 5th, and that's going to certainly cut down on her lead substantially. And in fact, Dennis will have the chance to get up no matter what Danielle does here and actually take the lead back, believe it or not. Boy, that was just a lazy reaction on the back. And again, that tighter lane, that right lane, has been a challenge. So now both bowlers with a triple and an open. So we're basically back to Danielle's original 8-pin handicap. And now she balks on this shot. Don't know if she didn't get a good start or heard something. But she'll reset and start again. And gets up like the professional that she is. Makes a good shot, flush through the pocket, and beautiful shot there by Danielle. Look at this again, splitting third arrow, maybe the 14 board. Look at the turn through the pocket. Ball goes flush through and what we call the vortex strike. Now Grunheid with a chance to eliminate the lead by Danielle and actually take the lead back himself. He can find a way to strike here. We give him the 4-pin lead, and he gets it out to the dry, slaps the 7, and there it is, the comeback by Grunheid. Only needs to win one game once again. Danielle needs to win 2. And look at that turn he gets off that release. Come on, come on. No substitute for power when you're trying to strike. So now a 4-pin advantage by Grunheid. He was down by 40 pins 3 frames ago. And now he takes the lead by virtue of Danielle's 7-10 and his 4-bagger. Can he extend the lead now? Well, a great match, just as we expected. Number 1 and number 2 seeds here in our final. Gets that one pretty far left, and it really picks up off the dry and really recovers. I think he didn't mean to get that ball so far out into the dry, because boy, did it pick up and jump onto the face, leaving the 4-7. Fortunate not to leave the 4-7-10. It will cost him in count, though, so now let's move our match down to a 2-pin match, assuming Dennis covers this 4-7. And he does not go to the plastic ball, just throws that strike ball right at that 4-7 with speed. And here we go. Danielle, a chance to take the lead back with a strike here. She went high with a 4-pin, flush, and light with a 7-10 on this lane. Now what happens? Again, 3 shots in the pocket, but only 1 strike. That's pretty far out to the right. Comes up a little late for a ringing 10. I think she expected the dry to do a little bit more work and get the ball higher in the pocket, and it does not do it, and there's the eye roll. Frustrated by that 10-pin, because I think she did what she was looking to do to try to get the ball a little better pocket angle to strike and double, could not do it. So remains in arrears now to Grunheid. A 2-pin match with both bowlers on spares. We're here in the 7th, going into the last 3 frames. A 2-pin match. Couldn't ask for a more exciting final here. And again, thanks so much to QubicaAMF for their sponsorship. Shout out to Bruno Bidone, who's the sponsor and promoter of these matches. About to go on another tour through France, by the way, in the next couple of weeks. And there is Danielle. Perfect shot on the left lane, striking in the 8th. And now Grunheid with the 2-pin lead cannot be shut out, but he is also on a spare. So he's not going to want to give away any count here. And Danielle with that beautiful release, beautiful arc, And strike on the left lane. It's been the right lane that's been the problem. She's struck every time on the left lane. 4 strikes on the left lane, only 1 on the right. And here is Dennis on the right lane. He went through the beak on this lane too. Boy, he gets the sharp turn there, but that sharp turn was to go straight into the pocket for a powerful strike. Once again, through 8 frames now, 2-pin match. There we go. Good shot there, Dennis. 2-pin match. Dennis cannot be shut out. If he can put 3 more strikes together and some count, he will shut out Danielle McEwan and claim this title. Once again, Dennis Grunheid only needs to win 1 game. Danielle must win 2. Now Dennis on the left lane. He's had good success on this lane. Oh, comes in light. Oh, perfect shot. I thought it was going to come light because it was so far left, but it recovered off the dry and came straight into the pocket for a powerful strike and a double. And there is the 12-pin lead for Grunheid. Good shot there. Now here is Danielle. Pretty much must match Grunheid to stay in this game. Gets it out over 3rd arrow, makes the shot. Oh, but light in the pocket. The first time she's missed the pocket in 2 games. Got it into the oil. It just went down the lane a little too far. This right lane. Boy, it's been Danielle's undoing. It's her last shot on that lane, but she's only mustered 1 strike on it. And that resulted in a triple, but could not double up again because of this right lane, giving her all kinds of fits. So that's going to be, she doesn't lose any count, but it's still going to be a 12-pin deficit for Danielle. If she can double here, she can get it back to 2. And she does have 224 possible. And Dennis right now at a 226 pace. And another weak 10, and the left lane now failing Danielle. And she had not missed before on that left lane, but unfortunately at that point leaves the weak 10, and now will be in the 2 teens with the spare, meaning that Dennis will only need a mark because he's already in the 220s. All he has to do is mark in the 10th. And this match will be over, and the championship will be Dennis's. And Danielle, very frustrated at this point, I think, just kind of bowling it out. Of course, there's the high flush strike. And Danielle ending up 213 with her handicap. That right lane just was her undoing. But a beautiful shot there. And now it's Grunheid needing a mark to put this away, and all he has to do is do what he's been doing on this lane, except for the 2nd frame. He went split, strike, strike, strike on this right lane. Let's see what he can do here. Gets it out to the dry, keeps his speed up, dead flush. There is your champion, Dennis Grunheid. Beautiful shot there, Dennis, on the right lane. And came through when he needed it. He split on that lane, then threw 4 consecutive strikes on it, including the winning strike to overcome Danielle McEwan. What a great stepladder we've seen here. Again, many thanks to Bruno Bidone, and shout out to Marc Chavet. Please stick around. And there's a mixer strike, a little icing on the cake. Marc Chavet will interview both of these competitors after we're done here. And congratulations to Dennis Grunheid, leading the qualifying and winning from the #1 position to claim this title. Once again, the 2023 QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Bruce Hall, your international commentator. And what a great series we've seen here. And there is Dennis with the victory lap. Congratulations, Dennis Grunheid. He wins by 30, but the match wasn't anywhere nearly that much of a runaway. It was close down to the last frame, and Dennis coming through with all that power. So congratulations, Dennis Grunheid. Now we'll see some statistics for the match. Dennis getting a hug from his coach there, and there's Marc and Bruno taking a victory lap themselves after we're through this 9-match stepladder. Grunheid 10 strikes, 1 spare and 1 open, and Danielle mustering 6 strikes, but only 1 on that right lane, which was really her undoing. 4 spares and 1 split. Thanks everybody for watching. Please stick around for the interview coming up next.
Quelle finale, un suspense absolument époustouflant ici du côté de Fontaine-le-Comte. C'est donc terminé pour cette Master Series. Eh bien, 13e édition de la Promotion Tour, une finale avec Danielle McEwan, avec Dennis Grunheid. Au final, c'est l'Allemand qui repart avec le V de la victoire. I want to get a first reaction, obviously, from Danielle. No regrets at all. I mean, it was a tough final, and Dennis was just out of this world today, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's a pretty high game to try to beat. He bowled great.
Voilà, Daniel qui dit effectivement, Denis a été tout simplement stratosphérique. C'était vraiment un score très impressionnant. No regrets on your end as well. You did what you could do out there today.
Yeah, I mean, I made some really good shots. The pins, my carry just kind of went away that round, and Dennis put together a good string of strikes. So I would have had to really have some luck on my side to get those pins to fall to beat him.
Voilà, Danielle qui nous dit effectivement, elle a fait ce qu'elle a pu, elle a vraiment tout donné, mais malheureusement aujourd'hui c'était trop compliqué. A question for you here, the format as well. Had you won the first matchup, you would have had to play a second game in the final. Is that something that plays a psychological role during the evolution of the frames, or is it something you just don't even worry about when you're playing out there?
Yeah, I really try to focus on just one frame at a time, not getting ahead of myself for the overall score of that game or the next match at all. So I was really just trying to stay in the moment, one shot at a time.
Voilà, j'ai posé la question si le fait d'avoir la nécessité de jouer un deuxième match, si elle avait gagné le premier, est-ce que c'est un élément qui jouait psychologiquement? Elle me dit pas du tout. Moi, je joue frame par frame, donc vraiment, c'est pas quelque chose qui m'a déstabilisé. Thank you so much, Danielle. Over to der Mann mit einem Plan, Dennis Grunheid, the winner of the tournament. Dennis, congratulations. I mean, that was one hell of a demonstration out there, and beating one of the world's greatest players. That's got to be a wonderful, what a sense of achievement and accomplishment for yourself.
It's a huge feeling, especially for me. I was not expecting to do stuff like that here, and it was great. I'm pretty happy that I did it in one game, because obviously the second game would be way harder.
Voilà, Denis se dit, je ne m'attendais pas du tout à avoir une victoire comme ça. Je suis très content de l'avoir fait en un seul match, parce que je pense que si on avait été effectivement jusqu'à la belle, qui avait été un petit peu conçu par Bruno Bidone, le fondateur et créateur du tournoi, ça aurait été une toute autre affaire. Dennis walking away, qualifying #1, winning the final, on top of this world, winning the tournament. If there's one memory that you're going to walk away with in particular, what's it going to be overall in terms of the feeling you experienced throughout the tournament?
Feeling is like the one thing that comes to my mind is like being able to be ahead with the pros, like on one stage with the pros and not get beaten that much. So that's the feeling I can carry away, and with the win, even a better feeling.
Denis nous dit, si j'ai une sensation ou quelque chose dont je vais me souvenir, c'est évidemment la sensation d'avoir pu rivaliser avec les pros, même de battre les pros, et bien sûr la sensation majeure, celle d'avoir battu une pro et d'avoir remporté ce tournoi. Vielen Dankeschön, Dennis Grunheid. Thank you so much. Thank you.